Hey y'all, hello. Stella Starlights. Tonight is gonna be really intense. I'm so happy to finally to be back in the studio. It's been so long and now I'm able to get my guests and everything back in the mix. I am so happy to be here. So tonight we're gonna do some real challenging live interview. It's gonna be great. I'm just so excited to be here. It's been a little bit too long for me to be out of the studio, but this young man that's with me tonight, I've interviewed him before. Y'all have seen him with me before. So tonight we finally got in the studio and we're going to do the daggone thing. So tonight I want to interview him. This is several different things that he does, including the CEO of Collective Minds, LLC, the author of Isolated Thoughts from the Mind of a Convict, and the creator of Productive Styles, and so many other things. But tonight, we're not talking about any of those accomplishments. I'd like to welcome tonight Mr. Maurice Marbury.
Hey, how you doing?
Marbury.
And I want to thank you for bringing me in. You very much appreciate it.
Oh yeah, for sure. So tonight we got something special that we want to talk about, and I want you to get right on in there with it, and let's say what we need to say.
I mean, tonight is an engagement party.
Ooh.
But it wasn't like presented to like be in the public. And I talked to my little brother Kimball Buell about this today, and it's like, well, man, you were supposed to invite me to the party, and I'm like, man, and I don't want to make a whole lot of myself, but people make me who they are with the conversation that they have with the pillow talk with the women and the pillow talk with the men who's supposed to be men, or the males who's supposed to be men. So people was upset, and I thought about, man, if I had a party and I spent all this money to have an engagement party, people might not come just because it's me. You know what I'm saying? They might not come just me. People are still surprised right now today and trying to figure out who it is that I'm engaged to. How do I go around? How I go around, you know what I'm saying, to do a lot of things that I do, and they see me with different people and different things of that nature, but nobody ever see me really like leave a club with nobody, follow nobody, nobody follow me. They don't see me anywhere like I used to be, like out of town, out of the country, and things of that nature with people.
Right.
So they like, who is this? Kind of sort of like my last time when I got married, but it was like really like a situation of vulnerability. People don't understand that men get vulnerable too.
Right.
So right after my mom passed, was my only family member, somebody introduced themselves to me. And I fell head over heels trying to fill the void that I lost with my mom. So it wasn't what it was. And they think that it's like this now. He talking to everybody, but who he engaged? He be talking to me. He be talking to me. Don't he like? Don't he go with?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a different kind of engagement.
But that's all right. So at the end of the day, when we make these statements on what it is that we want to do and how we want to come out with it, I appreciate the fact that you chose me. You know, that you wanted to go this route. You know, this is different. This is different, you know, and it's like you know, we've shared it with ourselves, so we know. But the thing about it is that it made me think. It made me think about who I am, what I want, how I want to go forward in my own life and in my own relationships, and
not to settle.
Right. And when you said it, I was like, we need to do this. We need to do this. So read your piece, my brother. Read your piece.
Well, this is actually a piece written to the now love of my life. You know what I'm saying? And it's no holds barred. And this is what it is. And this is what be like when you would be the marriage ceremony. It would be the vows said, and when you make your own vow, this was the vow. And it says, I believe everything in the Bible. So when I read when God said it is not good for man to continue to go on alone, created a woman and inspired Adam to spit the first poetry ever created, This is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, and inspired the words. For this reason, a man will leave his mother and his father, and he will stick to his spouse, and they will become one flesh, became part of my destiny. Knowing this, I had to begin to study about what I knew was going to be a part of my life. I was raised under 4 different women with 4 different lifestyles. A mother who was extremely classy and elegant, a sister that was kind of street, a tomboy sister, and a sister that wanted to be a white girl.
Yeah.
True story. Yet they were all intelligent. I studied the girl, female, and the woman. And as each one of my sisters, friends and groups with their friends came over and spent the night, I listened to the things that made them cry and said I would never do that to my girl, female, nor the woman in my life. When I heard what made them laugh and smile, I said I will always do that for the girl, female, or woman in my life, times 10. I even listened to the bad things and the games they played and said I have to watch out for that. I studied how and why the woman was made for man from the scientific, historical, biological, and even spiritual perspectives. This created the sapio in me. I understand that one has to become as complete as they can be as an individual before they seek the other half of them that makes them whole or that they think will make them whole. I therefore at first had to study what it means to not be a male, but a man. With that, I learned that Isaiah 55:10-11, where it says that Jehovah means one who becomes whatever is necessary to make his word and character perform the actions spoken. I found out that I must love because from love I was manufactured and made in the image of love. I studied storge, love, the love of the family members correctly. My filial love allowed me to be the man or be the one my friends look to for aid or sometimes just to talk. I learned to be attentive in my eros love for the woman in my life so that she will become bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. I learned that to be as the one in whose image I was made, I must be a provider of all things, and that I must lead in the right direction and with the right head, making morals, principles, standards, honor, loyalty, integrity, and spirituality the foundation that creates and sustains the material and monetary things that will help us to have fun, not make our lives. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. I studied mercy, peace, and justice as the 4 major attributes of God, with agape love being predominant, and performed them to the best of my ability and became a man of men, almost perfect in my imperfection. I became ready for my Eve, a husband for her, a son, a friend, brother, and father to those biologically related to me or not. The latter is one of the things that drew every Eve to me. They saw how I am selfless with those I love and care for. When a friend or family member called, I was there for whatever was within my means of money, material, or time. I was the friend of Proverbs 18:24, sticking closer than the brother in my filio. In my sturgy, my family and friends saw me as Proverbs 17:17, a man that loves all the time, was called and always there for adversity to bring peace and or even to end wars, however necessary. They loved the way I treated my mother, the one that taught me style and elegance and the gentlemanly things women love her supposed to love and or are supposed to love and enjoy. Mm-hmm. The girls, females, and women desire to be a part of what I showed, eros, the love between a man and a woman. For every woman that came through my life, I became the imperfectly perfect Elohim of the El that created me. I already studied the makeup of the woman, but attentively studied every girl, female, and woman that came through my life individually in order to perform 1 Peter 3:7 to her correctly. In studying her individuality, with this knowledge, I became her Jehovah Shaddai in the flesh, providing and becoming everything and one they needed to solve any issues, sometimes even before they asked. In the image of him, I performed the actions of Jehovah Rapha and fed her chicken noodle soup when she was ill, fought cancer with one, nerve damage with another, diverticulitis with another, and terrible children and post-trauma with several others. You hear me?
You're a bad kid. Baby.
In real life. You know what I mean? Together, with and over them, I prayed to the God of Psalms 83:18. There is no term for bachelor in the original writings of the Bible, so I waited on there is no term for bachelor in the original writings of the Bible, so I waited on looked for and attempted to groom and lead each girl, female, or woman that came through my life in the right direction and with the right head to be the industrious and capable wife of Proverbs 31. Because I'm the example and the image in the mirror that gives the girl, female, and woman in my life the reflection to respect who we are, I look to have and provided the integrity Ruth had for Boaz and the deep respect Sarah had for Abraham. So I could make the vow that Job did for his wife in the correct combination of eros and agape love. The strongest form of love based on right over wrong and right over emotion that allowed me to say, because you are in my life, I will show you that you are her for me, and have made a vow with my eyes not to even look at another woman lustfully. That's what Job did. There was no need to, as I learned from Proverbs 5, to be a beautiful and not to allow another to be in my life as I ran from the greed of rejoicing with more than the one girl, female, or wife of my youth. She was enough for me because I didn't allow my streams to flow in the streets, but only drank from the pink, shallow springs of her well.
Oh, you better say
I never
it.
wanted her to water. I never want her water to flow to others. So I learned and taught how to make the love they saw in the movies and read about in novels, so we would remain intoxicated with only one another's intimacies. I continued loving them despite their errors, didn't allow busybodies to be in our affairs, and never allowed the sun to set with us in a provoked state. I showed new frontiers, new experiences, accepted children who were not mine as if they came from my own loins, and displayed the balance of emotions of real man that can cry with you at the movies and stand between you and the robber that tries to take your purse after the movies. Not on a horse wearing body steel, but in Timberlands and wearing a heart of emotions that glow for you. Everybody saw my Ephesians chapter 5 except you. And those I sacrificed and lost pieces of myself for, to make sure that you and they had what was needed and even wanted, yet even being in the perfect image of the Most High God, I cry out in my imperfect state as my Savior did, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, and feel as God did in Genesis 6, chapter 5 and 6, and feel regret in that I have become everything that was needed for everyone, but most of what I experienced was bad and rarely reciprocated. I learned in Psalms 103 that all make errors, great and small, and that I must forgive. So I will forgive so I don't hate anyone. But I became jealous of and for my attributes God did as others. I gave my all to my friends and my family, and especially to every queen of my life that I treated like my wife, that I have all committed adultery and have broken my heart in one way or another. I didn't lash out in anger. I became conscious of the one who would not cheat on me, who always showed me their industriousness, the one that treated my children like their own and appreciated me in dealing with theirs in the same manner, the one that reciprocated my loyalty to them, the one that helped me maintain my internal peace and appreciated it when I prayed for us to have a deeper relationship with the one who everyone owes his name and every family owes his name to. I also know for certain that they will not consciously hurt me. With these realizations, I finally fell in love with the one who has always loved me for the good and for the worst times, for the times I was rich and the times I was poor, the times I was healthy and the times I was sick. They have been proving to me this whole time that they would love me correctly even until my death. I realized and saw who I needed to give reciprocation and to appreciate for everything that I've given to everyone else but them. It made me, on my birthday, February 20.
Yesterday.
2020.
Oh, 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laying in the bed with somebody I loved and would have married, but I saw that it was not reciprocated. When I thought about who gave me everything I wanted, I finally said I do to myself.
You better say it. Say it one more time, sugar.
I said I do to myself. So everybody's thinking that they mad that I was cheating on them. They mad that I was messing with multiple women and dating multiple people and different things of that nature. When I looked at me and said, man, you do everything for everybody but yourself. It's never reciprocated. You have to love you like you love everybody else. They're showing you that they don't love you.
That they don't love you, right. So the thing about it is, when you made this decision, in saying that you had, when you realized that you really needed to love you, what else opened up to you about that? How did you get to that point of going, dang, this is it? You know, was it just that part with her, or was it just all in general? What exactly happened?
It was just like everything in general. You know what I'm saying? I wrote about it all the time, and I was going through different things in my life. But sometimes you will repeat a cycle if you don't learn from it.
Exactly.
So I continue to repeat a cycle. And, you know, I do case management and counseling. Predominantly, people call me predominantly for relationships and marriages, right? Mm-hmm. And what I tell everybody is in the process of dating is to take your time and be patient. Mm-hmm. Learn them, because if you're in your 50s, 40s, 30s, whatever it is that you're in, mm-hmm. and you are not completely aware of who you are as an individual,
come on,
they may not be either.
Right.
So these two people getting together, you need to be as complete as you can be as an individual before you seek the other half of you that you think will make you whole. So I sat back and started thinking about all the stuff I liked. And I had to ask myself some questions that I knew the answers to. This is how I like to love. This is how I like to be loved. Mm-hmm. This is these are things that I like to do. These are things that I don't like to do. These are ways that I like to feel.
Right.
These are not ways that I like to feel.
Right.
And over a period of time, and or in a simple conversation, you can communicate with this person and see if they answer those questions. And you got to be true to you, because if they say no, why you still there?
Well, you better stop.
Why you still there?
Well, listen, I'm gonna get here with you, because we had this conversation. Because I was like, wait, you know, this man is single. Why does he have on this wedding band? I gotta know. So when we had lunch, because I was interviewing you for your book, mm-hmm. And I just came out with it because I felt like we was in that place to where we could ask each other whatever the heck we want to ask each other. Right. So with it, when you explained it to me, my brain just caught on fire. It was like, he's right. Y'all, if y'all don't know, I had to put my own back on, because when I thought about it, I was like, he's absolutely right. How can I look at being in a relationship with someone when I really, honestly and truly don't know all of who I am? Stella Girl is all it now. Don't get me wrong. Right. I got who Stella Girl is. Right. But in being in the relationships that I have been in the past, I always conformed to whatever he wanted me to be, whichever. Mm-hmm. It made no difference. Right. I was born to be a wife, right. And whatever he wanted me to be, I was her, which may not have been who Stella is.
Right.
So with what you just got finished saying, it's like, why do you think that you can start in a relationship with someone when you don't even understand yourself?
That's why I said it. You have to be complete as you can be as an individual, mm-hmm. before you seek the other half of you that you think will make you whole, because they might not be. You mm-hmm. might be a great woman, mm-hmm. but you might not be a great woman for that man. That might be a great man, but he may not be a great man for you.
Right.
In my book, I state again, I said, just because a man is present doesn't make that the best man for you.
And you better say it.
You know what I mean? And there's so many different forms of, like, a word that is common today is narcissism.
Yes.
And it's out here. But the thing is,
blatant.
Guess what controls a narcissism and a controlling person?
Come on with it.
Knowing yourself. Mm. Somebody cannot control what you know. That's what narcissists and controlling people do. They control what you don't understand. So they find a way to control that part of you that you need and you look to them for. Mm. So guess what happens when you know everything it is that you can do about you to the best of your ability? Not everything, but to the best of your ability. Then you will be able to overstand and see this person that's coming your way.
See it.
You'll be able to see it. When you sit back, people say this. These are some of the worst things I've ever heard in my life. Advice for a man. In order to get over that last man, you need to get on top of in order to get over that last woman, you got to get on top of another one. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The situation for the women. In order to get over that last man, you got to get under another one. Mm-hmm. But you hurt.
Right.
You didn't learn anything from your past relationships. People say, don't dwell on your past. I want you to. I want you to dwell on your past.
You gotta see it.
I don't want you to think about just the hurt. What I want you to do is look around the hurt. I want you to look at the red flags that you saw that you ignored.
No, hold on about the red flag. I'm going to tell you about the red flag.
Hold on. Then I want you to see the stuff that you didn't see that should have been a red flag. Now that you understand, like, wow, I should have stopped. I should have slowed down.
Right. But see.
Go ahead. Now hear your red flag. Your thing with the red flag.
My thing with the red flag. I was seeing red flag. Take the red flag down. Fold it up. Put it in the drawer. Close the drawer and say, I didn't see it.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, come on with it.
We're going to use that same analogy in a relationship, okay?
Yeah.
You see a red flag in me, I might seem like a cheater, right?
Right.
Nah, but we just met, so I'm going to chill. I'm going to slow down. I'm going to fold that red flag up, and I'm going to put it in
over
your
here
drawer,
in the cut.
In your drawer, right? You see me to where I'm not a man of my word. I don't always do what I say. But we're going to grow together and he's going to get better. So you're going to fold that red.
Yeah.
Sometimes patience and tolerance is good for this person that you can actually be teaching. But you need to teach them from a distance.
Exactly.
Other than that, again, let's use them same analogies in the red flag when you're driving down the street. When you see a stop sign that is red, do you keep going?
No, I think we need to slow it down.
When you see this red light, do you fold it up and say, no, maybe not now? What you do?
Hey, say, wait. Can I make that light? And it's wrong.
Not just wrong. You might just not get a light. You're going to hurt somebody.
Yes, exactly.
But the thing about that is like this. You saw the red light. You know what I'm saying? So you allow somebody to hurt you.
Come on.
You allow somebody to hurt you. So you gotta pay attention. Pay attention to what it is that you see, and you have open, honest communication with people. With these people, I had open, honest communication with everybody that I talked to about then. But again, in the situation with my mom, I was super vulnerable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And women play on that.
Just like
men
dudes
play
do.
on that, and men get vulnerable. So please understand that we do. A lot of people don't understand that, but we do.
And it's really kind of crazy. I remember my first show here with Pastor James, and I was talking about dating over 60, and my issue was basically this: if I've been a wife all my life and I don't know what else to do, and I've always conformed. It was hard for me out here. It was really hard. Now, the thing about it is that I got over that because I fell in love with me. See, when I first came in here with him, I wasn't even all the way in love with myself yet. So then it was more so of, it wasn't that I wanted to date. I just want to know how to be out here. But then how to be is just like what you just said. I had to fall in love with me. And marry myself.
What is the key to everything in life? Like if you get a job, what do you have to do to be corrected at that job?
Well, you have to go through probation and be trained.
You have to be trained. So therefore, the word is education. You have to learn. Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm a man. No, you're not. No, you're not. You 18. You're not a man, though. You're 21. You can drink liquor with your own ID now, but you're not a man.
But you're not a man, right?
I'm a woman. No, you're not. You're not. No, you're not.
You got a long way to go.
You know what I mean? So these are the situations. Now, what does it mean to be a woman? What does it mean to be a man? Did you see how in this piece I said I had to go learn and study how to be absolutely everything it is that I was? To do anything correctly, you must educate yourself on that. On what you say that you profess to be before you profess to be it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and I'm not sitting here talking like a genius. Guess what? These mistakes. So I'm telling you not to do the stuff it was that I did.
Right.
In my life, I met some girls. Oh, that's a woman. Yeah, you see my woman? She wasn't a woman. You see what I'm saying? My man, that's my man. I wasn't a man. I was attempting to trying to be. So we have to learn what these things are. And the greatest instructions that I can ever find from anybody is, again, you hear I often talked about the Bible. You know what I mean? It teaches you how to be a man. Mm-hmm. It teaches you how to be a wife. You know what I'm saying? Guess what else it does? Guess what education does? It also protects you. Education
helps you see.
It helps you see. Oh, he handsome. He bow-legged. He got curly hair, hazel eyes, and he got big feet.
He the man.
But he horrible in the house. He's abusive.
Don't take out the trash.
Don't take out the trash.
They ain't talking about cutting the grass. No, nothing.
Oh, she got a. Oh. What's up, Junk? Come here, Junk. Let me. Don't cook.
That's all you gonna get.
Don't
is junk.
cook. Don't clean the house. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to learn these things yourself,
right?
So you can become what you want to attract.
Right.
And so that you can repel what is not you.
And that's what's going on in my life right now. And it's wonderful because it's like when I give out my card, when guys ask me for my card, ask me for my number, they pull out their phone. I said, no, I don't put my number just in your phone. I give them a card. I never hear from them again. And it's great because it's like I dodged the bullet. They see the work.
Protection.
Yeah.
Education.
Yeah.
So you know, you saw through experience that this is what happened predominantly with this kind of guy that's not serious.
Right.
So that you keep doing it.
Right.
So it's a protection.
Yeah.
And then one time that guy gonna say, hey, excuse, I called you and you gave me your card.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And now we have a conversation.
Now we got a conversation.
And now we can see if the conversation extends beyond his interest in you, what his interest is in you, if it's going to be business or if it's going to be personal.
You already know. Because I've enjoyed this journey of me learning. But we're going to hold on for a second because we're going to take a pause for the cause because, as they always say, we got to pay some bills up in here. So we want to, first and foremost, we want to thank KZ Radio TV Network for powering this podcast. I'm so excited. This is where I started. This is where I'm back to. I was out all last year because I was at the Ohio Media School and I enjoyed my journey there. And so now I'm back over here at KZ TV Network. For all your podcast needs, any instructions or things like that, you know that you're welcome to come and talk with Pastor James, and he will definitely get everything situated for you to learn. The next thing that I have is for Tyra Thompson State Farm. Call 440-628-8488 for all your insurance needs. Listen, guys, I've been talking about this for the past year. All I want y'all to know is that everybody has an expiration date. Everybody is going to leave here. So you need to be insured. You got that insurance on your car just because the state and government said you had to have insurance on your car. You may not ever have a car wreck, but you sure gonna die. So you need to have what you need to have. You have these young people that are out here that are dropping. You got babies that are dropping. Unfortunately, we saw what COVID did. So y'all need to understand that a family of 5 can really be, for $150 a month, can definitely cover everybody. And that's a lot of insurance that can be done because babies and young people are very reasonable, less than $20. So that's all I'm saying on that. But y'all need to get with me, inbox me if you want to get some. Oh, and by the way, we always have those people to say that they can't get insured because they have health issues. I'm sorry. Yes, you can. Inbox me. Let me know. I'll get it, make it happen for you. The next one, always and all the time, Fire Squad Entertainment, DJ No Request, 216-507-7797. From kids' parties to corporate parties, family events, Family Feud, and the game truck. Party with a purpose and a party in a party. That boy know he can get it done all the time. The next one is we are doing a bus trip, which is presented by Stella Girl Enterprise and Styles of Imagination. We are going to Wind Creek Resort Casino in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, April 23rd through the 24th. Is $250. And that includes your room, your round trip ticket. You get back $40 of free play and $20 food voucher. We will have games and fun on the bus going up and coming back. We will have some food. For Stella Girl is always, all the time, you will get more info with folks. Let me know ahead of time for your events, if you need a commercial done or anything of that nature. Because basically now, if I show up to your event and I just put it on, don't you know that's free advertisement for you? If I come to your event and I just decide that I just want to set up shop, that's free I can't even talk no more. That's a free advertisement for you. But just understand that when we go out here to do different things, I'm out here to expose all of the good stuff that's going on in the community. And then, let's see, okay, that's the last one for that. And the red dress that I have on tonight is from Diva Divine Glitter and Gold Boutique at 17325 Euclid Avenue in Suite 2155. I have gotten a few pieces for them. I love their boutique that they have. It's really cool. And also tonight I have Deborah Henry. Hey girl, you know, you always set me up with my paparazzi stuff. I have many, many paparazzi friends, but she's one of the ones who I really see a lot of different items that she has, and I really enjoy that. And of course, I'm traveling. Check out my Facebook page, The Great Escapers. I'm looking to do Jamaica again or Aruba next year. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to say it, and so we can get things booked. This year, I will be going to the Kentucky Derby. I do that every year. I will be going to Cabo in August, and we'll be doing Hawaii in September. Whatever happens in between, happens in between. So, let's get back. We're going to fall back into our conversation of why I said I do. Finally, I said I do. And I just want to say one thing for myself. When I finally said I do to me, it was after our conversation. And, you know, I'm a widow. Mm-hmm. And I went and I picked up my wedding band and I looked at it and I said, it's not the fact that you don't want people to talk to you, but it's the fact that you are giving, you know, total respect to yourself to understand that you're married to you and that you really want to know who you are. and that it meant the world to me. So I put my ring back on. I didn't put the full set. I just put the band on because I really enjoyed the fact that I could seriously breathe. And if somebody even asked me, approached me, in that manner, I can say what it is or not.
Yeah. It's like, again, men go through the same thing women go through. Mm-hmm. And, you know, women, this man hurt me. All men are dogs, and men. You have the slightest idea what some things men go through. And it's up to a man to, statistically, and according to what peers say, that we're not supposed to feel pain. We're not supposed to express hurt and the trials and tribulations and the post-traumas that we go through from women. He a man, he can handle it. This is what the situation is. And I remember playing with my last wife's daughter. And we was playing, I'm tickling her, and she punched me in my face like I was trying to rob her in real life. And I stopped, and I'm like,
did you just hit me like that?
I was like, what was... And she's still going. And I'm like, she finally looked at me, startled, still going, though, and she like, what? I'm like, why did you hit me like that? She said, that didn't hurt. I said, why do you think that didn't hurt? Guess what she said?
Because you a man.
Because you a man. So she was learning this at a young age, that men don't feel pain. So how do you think if she doesn't learn anything or to defer from that, what's she going to treat the boys like this in her they come into her life? Right. So we deal with the same situations you deal with. I've been cheated on. People ask me, they say, man, if you are everything it is that you say you are on social media, why are you single? And I say, because I'm complicated. They say, well, why are you so complicated? See, because I understand. You look like the player type. You look like the type that can. I said, that's not what makes me complicated. They say, what is? I said, I'm simple. I love to love and be loved. I'm romantic, and I name all these things that I do. And then women, and I'm not just talking about myself, because there's so many men out here like me, but, we do everything that it is that you say you want.
They hide.
Women,
they hide. They ain't out here. We don't see them. We don't hear nothing about nobody unless you say it or they on the thing and they saying it.
Women, cry, beg, pray. Not to man, but cry and pray for a man to be in their life. And then when this man come, they don't know how to treat him because they never had him. They reject him. They push him away. Oh, he that nigga. Oh, man, this nigga, man. Oh, he'll be the best thing for you. When that guy that you chasing, he has as many women as the money that you chasing. That guy that you chasing, that you see everybody liking, and he out here, he's still going to be out here.
And going to keep being out here.
And keep being out here. You going to be one of. So this guy's out here that's doing all this, and he's overlooked. And he's betrayed. And he's cheated on. And he's the one that goes through the situation. She not the side girl. He the side guy.
So is he being silent? Because a lot of times they don't want to put themselves out there because of the hurt.
For
right?
what? Yeah, I'm not for what.
So,
again, we're not supposed to show pain like that little girl did me.
Right.
Men don't feel pain. Guess what? And I talked about this the other day. Black men. I'm talking about black men specifically. Let's go to other cultures. Keep black man in mind. This Italian man cry. This white man cry. This Latin man cry. They cry. They family come around and, hey, come here. Baby, what's the matter? And she's not saying nothing. She holding her husband, her boyfriend. Tell the kids, gone somewhere right now. Wait, I'll take care of y'all later. Let me deal with this. And she holding her dude. The black man cry. Girl, this nigga over here crying. Girl, this nigga over here, you hurt him, he cried. Girl, I got this nigga over here crying. You don't think about the pain you caused this man through all the pain that he's been through before you.
Right.
You created some more pain, and it's funny to you. Because
you downplaying what his tears
So
mean.
guess what I got to do now? I got to be quiet. Because I don't want to feel the hurt. I don't want to feel more hurt than I'm feeling already from you doing what you did to me.
Right. So I have a question. So basically, and I can't speak for a man because I'm not there. So in your safe space, what would give you that ease for a safe space? Now, I just want to say.
What do you mean, E, for a safe space? What is a safe space? What do you mean?
The safe space is for you to come and say, like if I'm watching TV, okay, and you come in and you done had a messed up day, a bunch of stuff done happened, and you come in and you just lay on my chest. You don't got to say nothing. And I just rub your head and massage your shoulders. We don't say nothing. Is that a safe space for you? Is that considered a safe space?
Do you know how many men want that?
No, because they... Shut up, Stella.
You know how many men really want that for real?
But that's what I'm saying.
We want that, but the thing is, we have been... You have any children? You got a boy?
Children.
You got a boy?
No. I had no boys.
Anybody
on his
listening,
side, there was boys.
Everybody that's listening right now, guess what the mama say? Little boy come in the house, he got bit by a shark, a real live shark. Boy, come here, boo boo. You gonna be all right. You okay? Come here. I got it. You trying to get him to stop crying? So we grow into the men that we were groomed to be as boys. So then when we find this woman that we really want to open up to, that kind of reminds us of our mom, or that gives us the woman that we want in our life that our mom really wasn't, and I'm trying to find this place with you, and you break me down, I might never say nothing to you again. That hurts me.
Probably nothing to nobody.
You know what I mean? So this is what we want that. But the thing is, again, I refer everything to the scriptures. You know what I mean? And one of the biggest tears and situations that took place in the Bible was David crying about Absalom. David was a dog. Abraham cried. You know what I mean? These were the situations, and they both was told to listen to their wives at different times. So we can listen to you, but who are you?
Right,
what
who are
you?
you?
How do you make me feel? When you look at the attributes of the things that God, he told us both to be the first one to love the other. That's why I talk about agape love. Agape love is right over wrong. It's right over emotion. Period.
Right.
So the eros love is the romantic love between a man and a woman. Now imagine this love that we have for each other. But the first thing we did is found out what real love means. I'm going to find out what it means to love you before I tell you I love you.
All right.
You hear me?
I hear you.
Now that's eros love. Now I'm going to find out what agape love is.
Right.
If I love you with agape love, with the eros as being my woman, guess what remember, love is right over wrong. Right? It's right over emotion, right?
Yes, sir.
So she looked good over here, but you my wife. And I said what Job said. I'm not gonna look at another woman lustfully or entertain another woman. She looked good, but I got at home.
Right, because you still got eyes to see regardless.
Right.
It's not for you to fix that.
I'm not gonna go there though, because
Right.
and now the thing is, are we making each other feel this?
Right.
Are you erosing me back with the agape love on top of that?
That's what I'm saying. That's
Are
what I'm
we
asking
making each
you.
other feel these ways? This is where the open, honest communication and taking your time comes in. This is where, before you did that, what did you do though? Learned you.
You learned you, right.
So now I'm going to learn what love is, because I want to be with somebody.
Because you also need to understand what my love languages are. My love languages is to feed you, to make sure you're comfortable, to make sure that you are in the space of peace.
I have a different viewpoint on that, but I understand what you're saying.
Well,
and, I believe in situations with system, right? And I believe especially us as a people of color,
right?
We're groomed to believe a certain way. You're groomed to believe that, guess what? You have a particular position in the house. You come in to take care of the kids. You cook, clean, do everything.
No, that ain't what I mean.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for saying that, because that's not what that means.
No, that's not what that means. No,
right.
That's not what that means. No.
Yeah, right. See, because Abraham went out and dealt with the cows and the sheep.
Right.
And dug holes.
Yeah.
And came home and taught the kids. And said, baby, how you doing? You all right? Sarah, you good?
Right.
See, so we got caught up in this westernized thought process of what it means to be a man and what it means to be a woman,
right.
and we lose ourselves.
Right.
So we place ourselves in a position that we don't have. My woman gonna work. But the thing is, guess what? She can't carry nothing heavy. She can't open the door. She can't take the garbage out, and I'm going to clean the bathroom. Those are things that I picked that I say I'm going to do.
Right.
But see, I can go out and build a 2-car garage, and she can come home, and I picked her kids up from school, brought them home, made sure them the homework was done, they did the chores, and dinner was either prepared or ready for her to get together.
That's what I mean.
Here.
And
so
being of service. Being of service to each other.
You a helpmate.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You're a helpmate. We're to help each other.
Right. Exactly. But at this point, we're not going to even be in that space, because, like, right now where I am, it's like when you understand who you are, it's like you don't even have to be in a committed relationship. You're not even looking for that, because what you see that is coming toward you and coming around you, like we said, is sometimes it's not good for you. Right. And you can see it, man. Ain't it awesome to be able to see it? And then now, when you see the red flag, it's like, you don't go into it a certain way. I just experienced something recently, and it was funny because I could have fell into that so easy, because they thought it was all about the money. It was all about this. I'm doing all this stuff for you. I'm making sure you, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, but the whole point of it is you put me in the box with everybody else that you said that you don't like. So if you're saying that all women like the money and that's all they want, and they lie and all this other stuff. So then why would I tell you I love you or I miss you? That would be a lie, right? Mm-hmm. So I have to be transparent and tell you that's not what my expectations or your expectations should be of me just because you said it. So it made me feel good to say I saw the flag. Yeah. I let it wave, and I stopped.
She saw a stop sign. She saw a red light.
I did.
You gonna keep going?
No, I
didn't.
You stop. I didn't.
And you evaluate the situation.
Exactly. You look both ways.
Knowing what?
Before you proceed.
And you know you.
Yes.
So you answer those questions yourself.
Yes.
What do I like?
Yes.
We grown. What do I like sexually?
Yes.
What do I like through the process of finances?
Yes.
What do I like materially?
Yes.
Do I like to travel? What do I like? What am I looking for? This is what I like to do. You answer these questions yourself.
Right, exactly.
And this is how you find out if somebody is going to be with you. And you find, if people don't do those things to you, now you think back all the things that made you upset, all the things that hurt you.
Yep.
Again, and you don't dwell on the hurt, you dwell on what caused and created it.
Exactly.
And then you start saying, man,
bye. Cause
you loved me. Mm-hmm. You truly loved me.
I loved you.
But you loved me how you knew how to love, which wasn't always sufficient for me.
That's right. Exactly. It didn't give you what you needed or wanted.
So we gonna adapt before we commit. Well, hey, you, how you doing?
You when my I friend. See you. Are you my friend?
When I see you, hey, you.
I how love you doing? You my dude.
You drinking? You want some to eat?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about see you. It's good to see you.
And
because you're being real with you.
Right, exactly.
You have to be real with yourself, and you have to love you. Like you hear in there when it says, man, God became jealous.
Because you try to put somebody
Be jealous of yourself.
Yes.
Be jealous of the pain. Be jealous of the love that you give. Be jealous of the things that you do for other people when they don't give it back. Now, I'm not saying do tick for tack because we're supposed to be the first ones to show another love. However, guess what you know? You know the difference between somebody using you and somebody misusing you.
Yes, correct.
Now, it's up to you to deal with that.
Exactly.
I can love you over there.
Over there. Across the street.
I don't have to continuously deal with you. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you, and I wish you the best. But over there.
Not in my space.
You have to get with you, and you have to learn who you are. And men go through the same thing that women go through. Women talk about these men out here to do this and do that. Guess what? It's some good men out here that go through the same thing that these women go through.
Right.
And when I'm doing my social medias and different things of that nature, guess why I do? Guess why I talk like I talk? Because I became in tune with my emotions. The woman who has been groomed wrong or has gone through her own post-traumas through some real bad men.
Right, exactly.
Coupled with the system and her own personal traumas.
And as you said, the brainwashing.
And the brainwashing. And that guy. I'm speaking for him, and I'm letting you understand that he really might not be a bad guy. But stop.
And see the flag.
And see. Be aware of your surroundings before you move forward.
Right. Exactly.
That makes sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
So instead of just doing things, I said, man, wait, chill out. You know what I'm saying? In the process of you doing you, learn you. And when she come along, you're going to see her. Because you know you. You're going to attract her. You're going to attract her. You're going to know that's her. And you're going to see it by her actions. Not just what she says. Guess what she'll be able to see? That I'm for serious.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
I've told so many people... guys that try to talk, I was, especially some of the younger guys that try to talk, I was like, you know what, I'm not for you. You're not old enough to ride this ride in the first place. You ain't tall enough for all of this good stuff. I said, but at the end of the day, you need to understand a few things. You need to know who you are. And God will show her to you. But I'm not her. You just coming to me trying to be, like you said, see what you see, and you think that you can handle what's in front because you doing what you're doing. But at the end of the day, you need to understand that you will see her he will give her to you, and you can call it a day. For a woman, for me, myself, I stopped looking.
So I was about to say.
I stopped looking because I said to God, I said, I do not want to get married or look for marriage. If it happens, it happens. But you gonna have to pick, and you gonna have to show me to him.
People don't understand that.
They have to. I am not looking. I'm not. I just like what you said earlier. I go in the spots by myself. I come out by myself. Y'all see me week in, week out, and ain't nobody following me to the car. Yeah. None of that. I pay for my own drinks. I buy my own food, and that's not a bad thing. That's not to say that I'm independent. It's so you are. Yes, I am.
But you are from the original definition of independent.
Well, yes, I am.
I can do it.
I can do it.
I'm capable of
that's
being
correct.
by myself.
But it doesn't mean that I cannot accept the gift of a man and what he can and will do for me.
Right.
So that's what's up with that.
Yeah. So with me. I wasn't looking for nobody, but when I see him and then we start communicating, it's like, okay, this can go somewhere. Mm-hmm. Let's make this happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's push for this. Let's make this go. And that's what happened. And then I continuously go through this process with this person, and over a period of time, we see if we can be what we're going to be. Mm-hmm. If we can maintain where we are or become greater than where we are right now. Mm-hmm. But that's still both up to us. But at the same time, I'm not gonna settle for less. And that's
the part of my folding up of the red flags when I was younger.
Yeah.
Is because we met on the same level and you made promises, and I was there for the support. I was there for the ride. I was there to push you, encourage you, inspire you. But when it came my turn, it was like this. It was like, I don't know what the heck you talking about, And it's like at some point you have to realize who and what your dreams were. I didn't even have any dreams. The things that I had as a teenager, I accomplished them before I was 30. So then it was like, okay, so what do I do? But if you have a person that has you in a box and you can't get out this box, then it's like you stuck. But now that eyes free.
Yeah. So it's again, to become free. Mm-hmm. The thing is, you still have to you still have to. The more you know, the more you're responsible for.
Exactly.
So sometimes when you go through this situation, you have to understand when somebody's not ready for you. But do you understand when you're a teacher? When you understand that you just have winter in this person's life, summer in his life, spring in this person's life, or fall in this person's life? Mm-hmm. See, sometimes we go in and we understand the situation. You're not for me, but we can still be friends.
Right. Exactly.
I don't have to deject you or eject you, you know what I'm saying, because I rejected you.
Right.
And rejection is not always a bad thing. It's an overstanding sometimes.
Right.
Listen, we should be better as friends because this is going on and I see this now and this is now. Now, what happens if we go ahead and we start making it happen in the bed?
Right.
Now our emotions are attached to something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That we was already having a problem trying to work. Now, that made it more complicated.
Right.
So, look,
exactly.
Let's just be friends. Let's be cool.
But does that sometimes, like you said, when you're in that situation, and like you said, it was already going bad, do you think sometimes subconsciously they think if they do the love thing, that's going to make it better, that the trouble going to go away?
Sometimes they do, and that's a bad thing. Two of the worst things that keeps people in relationships they should have been gone out of a long time ago is financial issues and good sex. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Both of those situations will keep you in a relationship you should have been gone out of long time ago, which is, again, why you should learn you. Mm-hmm.
Be able to speak up for you.
Yeah, be able to speak, yeah.
Because I was mute. I never spoke up for myself. And I think that is, and that's, people laugh when I tell them I did not. talk. But I was mute. I didn't know how to defend myself. I didn't know how to say what I wanted, what I didn't want. And then when I did, it was like trashed. So when you finally learn who you are as a person, like I said, now it's so easy to see, and it's easy for me to say, no, we're not going to do that. I don't want to do that. This is not fun for me.
And say it comfortably, not caring what he or she think about your comfortability.
Right, exactly. I have pets, so I have to be prepared for somebody if they want to come and shoot some pool, or are you afraid of pets? Do you have allergies? I have to ask people questions. You can't just come over and think you're going to take over and then I'm trying to make all the arrangements to make you comfortable for it. It's more so of you have to, and I'm thinking about you and your health issues. I don't know what your health issues are. Do you have allergies? Because you can come over here and be a sneezing, coughing fool.
Like we was talking about earlier, like I said in the piece, it's not about tick for tack what I'm trying to do, but it's like, do I really like you? Am I really interested in you? Do I really care for you?
Right.
Love is an action word.
Yes, it is.
So you just spoke about a powerful word that I spoke about in here. It's called reciprocity. Mm-hmm. It's called reciprocity. Mm-hmm. All right. I don't care if you've never had love in your life. If I'm showing you the correct form of love and you really like me, mm-hmm. you will begin to adapt to what it is I'm showing you. You will begin to conform to what real love is.
Yes, sir.
Because we all have a desire to love and be loved for. But the thing is, we need that to be done correctly. Mm-hmm. And before we do that, we need to overstand and learn what it means to love. Self first. Then you would attract and draw in what it is that you're looking for.
Don't they tell you on the airplane, put your mask on first? Y'all, this was a great conversation. I had so much fun with you tonight. I'm here to tell you, we're going to have to do this again on another subject, because I've tried to get several guys to come on, but they wouldn't come on. But it's good to be able to conversate and get another person's perspective. But I love the fact that you had your engagement party tonight, and I hope that it's a wonderful thing for you, sir.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, you can.
This is why I did this. I'm really not married to anyone. Yeah, I really haven't said I'm committed to anyone yet. Do I have people? Do I have somebody I care for, truly adore? Yes, I do. And I'm saying that to say, I don't want people to use this as an excuse to use it as a cheating tool. Oh, I'm not really. Remember Mo Better? And Stella, they got married to themselves. I'm married to myself, too. Well, you got a whole husband and wife at home.
Right.
This is not what this is about. No. This is really about you learning how to love yourself before you love somebody else.
Yep. Because I'm here to tell you that can happen. That can happen. Because remember when they would take their rings off and have a ring still left on... Come on, for real.
I don't want to use it as a tool.
Right. But y'all, I want to thank y'all again so very much for tuning in tonight, because y'all could have been someplace else. I appreciate y'all so very much for coming. And always remember, my eyes are to see you, my ears are to hear you, my shoulders are for you to lean, my arms are to hold you, but my heart is always to love you. Love one another, y'all. Good night, Stella Starlights. Good night.
Thank you, Stella.